I never thought in my early days in theatre that an organisation like this could be such a beating heart within the community, that so many people who lived here could have such an allegiance to it and it could mean so much to them, and they would build up a loyalty and a sense of ownership, and that makes you very proud to work here. The Opera House went through many years of struggling to find a place, partly as a repertory theatre between about the 20s and the 50s or the 60s, and then later as a cinema. And only when it was faced with closure and was beginning to look like it was faced with decay was it reopened again by people who live locally and feel very strongly about it. And it was reopened as a full-time theatre, which is what you see it doing today.
Hi, we're Old Angels and we're performing at Buxton Opera House.
I mean, places like Buxton Opera House, just such a beautiful place.
We just enjoy singing so much and we feel really lucky to be here.
People talking without speaking.
My grandfather, who's my mum's dad, who I actually never met because he passed away just before I was born, his first ever job when he was the same age as I am now, 18, was working as a stage manager here, and I think his first day at work was 9th of April 1929. So long ago, but it's so strange to think that he was kind of walking around where I am at exactly the same age. So it's really nice because as I never met him, it's quite nice to know that he's kind of here in a way.
Audiences have increased and increased, festivals have got more and more, and suddenly what you have today is this burgeoning cultural beacon, and which everyone who comes to watch and everyone who works here and everyone who plays here and performs is all hugely proud of.
Because we're such a big company, we wanted to get the awareness out there. We signed up to do 3 shows for the year. What I tried to do was have a look at what shows were on and what I felt would appeal so that we could get clients that I felt I needed in here that would probably be the type of people that would go and see these shows.
We give you Simply Ballroom. Dancing, 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 dancing.
With putting flyers out, you've then got a mark, you can see who's coming back in with the flyers, so that worked well.
That's dancing.
We have an organisation called the Cavendish Business Club, which is named after the Devonshire family, the Dukes of Devonshire, who are patrons of the theatre, and they've lent their name to our business club. Essentially any organisation, they don't have to be a commercial business. We've got schools, we've got some voluntary organisations, we've got some people who are sole traders. They can join this organisation and there are various benefits.
My name's Jenny Mather, I'm the Press and Development Officer for the Opera House. We have different schemes that run for development, and there are different marketing opportunities which people can get involved in.
Benefits are meeting other people who are involved with business around the town, being able to give tickets to business associates.
We decided to sponsor the Opera House through the Cavendish Business Club.
A year ago, I had difficulties in communicating to, say, line operators. Why should they go and see something in the Buxton Opera House? Well, now I have difficulties obtaining sufficient number of tickets.
The cost of it, I think with it being such a local institution, that it's going to be extremely expensive. But the cost of it actually was really reasonable, and the package that comes with that we were very happy with.
It's really good for our associates because they otherwise wouldn't have a chance to meet each other. This year, in fact, we've run out of tickets earlier in the year, so we had to take forward our membership a bit early so that we could get all the tickets that everybody wanted around Christmas time.
Some people join it, I'm delighted to say, just to support us, just to feel that they're making a donation, making a contribution, and the theatre is that important to them, and I'm delighted people do that. Others join because obviously there are tickets to the theatre attached to their membership, and that's useful to them for employees or clients or themselves if they're very regular theatre goers. Other people join for PR benefits. They get credits in our art season brochures and through our website, and we run networking evenings such as this one we've run this evening. And there are various different benefits, as I say, that they can get from it. I think overall what it's growing into is it's growing into a little group of people who are starting to get to know one another and feel that their membership of this club makes them a particularly special and interesting part of the Opera House's clientele. They're not just buying a perk, they're actually starting to belong to something.
I think Pizza Express got involved with the Opera House for two reasons. Mainly one, because sponsorship will obviously help them with what they do. Second one, because it'll obviously help us bring trade into the restaurant by sponsoring them.
He got an ice pick that made his ears burn.
On that particular night, we were really busy before and after the show, so you can obviously tell that us being involved with that has helped us a lot by bringing all the customers in before they go and then some when they're finished.
Whatever happened to the heroes?
When we do our staff rota, we plan our rota around what's on at the Opera House. If it's a big show, then we'll put more staff on.
Buxton Opera House is a place for opera. It's the home of the Buxton Opera Festival in the summer. It's also the home of the Gilbert and Sullivan Festival. At the other end of the extreme, now for 6 years in February, we've run a live music festival. And then throughout the year, we have a mix of drama, opera again, we have a lot of ballet and dance, we have a lot of comedy, and a huge children and families programme.
It's absolutely vitally important. The Opera House is vital to the future of Buxton, I believe.
We're so lucky to have the Opera House, it's fabulous.
One of the reasons why I moved here was because the Opera House was here, and I think it's absolutely central to the town.
There's not many places around here that's got anything like the Opera House.
To be associated with the Opera House, other businesses that are co-sponsoring, and also shows as well, like the Mighty Boosh, is kind of almost like the icing on the cake and worth so much more.
Nestle, having the strongest local brand in England, wants to be involved in local community.
And just come and join us, enjoy the fun and enjoy the Opera House.
There's no other medium that will give you this immediacy. There's no other medium that will give you this level, sometimes of just sheer improvisation, of a communication between a singer and an audience, or a comedian and an audience. There's no other form of entertainment that quite gives you the connection with the person next to you. Whether you've come with them or not, you're in here, you're in these seats, there's a sense of communal taking part and sharing. And in a community like this, that's particularly valuable because this is our place of entertainment for the 25,000 people who live in this town, and their sense of allegiance to it depends on it being live. Once it's not live, it hasn't got that place in the community. I'd like to say a big hello to anybody who is interested in supporting Buxton Opera House, becoming part of our Cavendish Business Club or sponsoring us. It would be a pleasure always to welcome new sponsors on board, and you can either contact myself or our Business Development Officer Jenny Mather. Our telephone number is 01298 72050.